And we are live. Hi everyone, कैसे हो? वेलकम टू चलचित्र टॉक्स. हम अभी
Hi.
अटकना बंद हो जाएंगे थोड़ी देर में, अगर अभी अटक रहे हैं तो एक बार आप भी फोन में देख लो.
Yeah. Okay.
It's good, no?
It's good. I think we're good to go.
Good to go, no? Great. Hi Vani, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I think, yeah, I'm just doing good. The haircut helped, I think.
Yeah. I noticed the frame. I think Shweta Tripathi wale episode. I was like, looking clean.
Yeah, it actually helped, dude. Like, मैं तो एक टाइम पे सोच रहा था, मैं बोला what, like सब हटा दो. But like, yeah.
Also got a haircut, but I don't think it's visible.
मेरे को समझ नहीं आता यार लड़कियों का, लाइक नॉट ट्राइंग टू, मतलब वो बहुत वैसा होता, समझ ही नहीं आता.
I just went for a trim.
आ क्या. हाय एवरीवन, हाय अपूर्व, आई एम गुड. कैसे हो आप? हाय सार्थक एंड ऑल. आज हम लाइक वी आर गोइंग टू विंग इट. वी डोंट हैव अ टॉपिक एज सच. एंड अब
Yeah.
आपका पता है, और वीडियो बिल्कुल सही हो गया. पहले लाइक थोड़ा दिक्कत हो रहा था. नाउ इट्स ग्रेट, सो डोंट वरी अबाउट इट. अच्छा, आपने पोर्ट्रेट मोड से हटा दिया ना? यस. और
Yeah.
आप 1080p में हो.
Yes.
That is also helping. Yeah,
I like the portrait mode a lot, so
yeah,
but it's like a little tiny peek into your room, but not major peek into your room.
yeah. But
Hey,
like,
wait. My glass if it's okay.
yeah, yeah,
Charge
yeah.
it.
Okay, Vani just left. कैसे हैं आप? तो कैसे हैं आप? Vani is back.
I realize you're drinking from your mug, and I also have the mug. Why am I not
Can
drinking from
like
it?
can we do a Chalchitra mug? Cheers.
Yes.
Cheers. Nice.
Okay.
Are we not like?
Are we live? We are live.
Oh
Are
yes.
we audible?
Sorry. Yeah, yeah. We are. वो मैं conscious हो.
Audible.
हाँ.
Are we audible?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apurva is saying the best live streams are where there is no agenda. हाँ, आज कोई agenda नहीं है. Agenda less conversations.
What's up then? How was your day?
It was good. Like the match has been very good today. IPL का Punjab.
Uh, Tennis match? Mm.
No, no, no. The match which was on TV, it was really really nice. अभी चल रहा है. Guys, scores बता सकते हो आप लोग chats में. पंजाब और आरसीबी का चल रहा है. पंजाब has given a very big total. Like they played really really well. But आप तो पंजाब मतलब चंडीगढ़. Like why are you not supporting पंजाब?
Zomato is running this thing where they go for like which team will win, and I always vote for the loser team, and I voted for RCB this time, so I have full faith that Punjab will win.
अच्छा, तो आपने आज आप बाहर से कितना खाना मंगाते हो?
So I only, you know what has started happening? I only have so Zomato Pay. After you order a couple of times from the same restaurant, they identify you as a customer and वो आपको coupons दे देते हैं, right? And now the thing is, I order from the same place every time. There are just two places. या तो I order biryani or I order breakfast. And you've tasted, I think, one of those. And I have the coupons for both, but I can't use them because you can't use them on your Zomato, but you can send them to friends. But most of my friends live outside, so I don't know what to do with those coupons.
Ah,
Not a big thing to worry about, but it just makes you sad.
got it. But IPL has been interesting and Rajasthan has been playing very nicely this time. मेरी राजस्थान, हमारी इस बार IPL, हम anyway like I have been coming lesser on the channel, but like I'm really proud of what is happening with Rajasthan Royals. Just wanted to put it out there. And we are still trying to get Ashwin, if anyone wants to know. हम Ashwin को लाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं चैनल पे. Yeah. लोग कुछ क्वेश्चंस पूछ रहे हैं. हम क्वेश्चंस पे भी थोड़ी देर में आएंगे. एंड yeah man, otherwise things have been nice. Like you, I have also been working out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've been working
Good.
out.
Good one. Yeah.
Script में लिखा था, like, but I forgot
What?
what I've been like up to in terms of working out. I forgot that line.
Yeah. Yeah. Table tennis, bro. Table tennis.
Table tennis, yeah. You've been playing lawn tennis. I've been trying to play table tennis. Yeah.
And I read some amazing poetry this morning, dude. And
Mhm.
it was so nice. I was reading Ray Bradbury poetry, and the best thing happened. I did not get conscious while reading poetry, and I'm like, and it was, I think, थोड़ा सा tricky. आपने भी देखी होगी. मतलब it wasn't like ऐसे ये हुआ फिर ये हुआ, मतलब ऐसे rhyming words वाली poetry नहीं थी, है
It
ना?
had messages.
Yeah, and like and so Ray Bradbury says like if you want to become a writer, for you need to learn how to play with metaphors. May I ask you something? थोड़ा सा technical question है. Uh, yeah.
Yeah.
मैं अभी आपकी स्क्रीन पे लाइक लेफ्ट पे आ रहा हूँ या राइट पे आ रहा हूँ?
At the center. My
नहीं नहीं,
screen.
बॉक्स आ रहे होंगे ना दो, जैसे जूम पे. Am I the left
So
box or the right box?
the right box on the stream that's
हाँ.
happening online. Right.
Can you try एक बार putting me on the other side?
Okay.
Let's
I've
try.
put you here.
अब मेरे को एक बार देखो.
I'm looking at you.
हाँ नहीं नहीं, the last one was better. Yeah.
Wait, I was looking at you only. What are
हाँ
you
but
talking about?
नहीं नहीं, but like it is not feeling like you are looking at me. That's the problem.
I've done full screen and you're here. Like I'm coming below you. You're on full screen. So you're on.
ओ नहीं 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 नहीं, no 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 no. सो आप जूम पे क्या किया करो, ये एक हैक है. फुल स्क्रीन मत किया करो, ड्रैग करके फुल किया करो, जिससे हम लेफ्ट और राइट है.
Got it. Now you're on right. And if I look here, you're on left. So where do
हाँ,
you want me to look?
लाइक लेफ्ट लेफ्ट लेफ्ट.
Oh, this is
या
left. So I'll move my phone. Got it. I've
फाइनली.
done like screen and you were on top. So
या सो अब बेसिकली वो आई कांटेक्ट हो रहा है जिसके लिए. या अब आप मोबाइल में देखोगे ना, नाउ यू विल अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आई एम सेइंग.
oh, nice.
हाँ, so we were talking about like some poetry that I read this morning. This is so much better, thank God. God bless. It like अब ऐसा लग रहा है like I'm talking to you. हाँ, पहले
Yeah.
ऐसा लग रहा था हो रहा है ना कि हाँ आप कहीं ऐसे कहीं कहीं और लगे हुए, like this now feels like ऐसे कि हम दोनों बात कर रहे
And had you guys been part of the Chalchitra book club, you would have already known the poetry that Vaibhav has shared.
हैं. Yeah,
But because I mean, you're late to the party, but okay.
yeah.
But we're nice people, so we'll let you in anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, someone was like इतना attention to detail, मेरे को लगा लोग annoy हो गए होंगे अभी तक. नहीं, but it's very important कि यार especially the kind of like streams we have, like the laid back streams, particularly the ones we have, कि at least एक connect feel हो. तो उसके लिए like the setup is also very important. और जैसा कि आप देख सकते हो हम anyway like setup wise and everything हम वहाँ तो upgrades कर ही रहे हैं, तो यहाँ पे भी I think yeah it's important.
Yeah.
But like sadly people are not able to see the complete frame of yours, jo the poster which is there, the lamp. Yeah.
I know, I see that. And I was like, why did I struggle so much? Why did we struggle so much with the lamp? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was like, ये light अच्छी है, ये light अच्छी है क्या? But now I realized, okay, it was just going to light the background थोड़ा सा, so it didn't really matter. But okay.
Got it.
But you were telling us about the poetry that you read this morning.
Yeah, man, like it was like that moment ki I read it, I understood it, I felt something. And I think this is what poetry is, right? Ki you feel something and you are like, and like I want to understand this thing because I am very sure कि आपकी बहुत मेरे से इस मामले में ज़्यादा knowledge है when it comes to poetry. Can like जैसे poetry always have a separate and a different interpretation for everyone, या कभी कभी होता है कि नहीं इस पोयम का एक ही मतलब है.
I think it's a very subjective answer. For people, it'll differ because there are certain people who are very strict with the
What is
meaning.
the Vaani people saying? हाँ.
I think like perceive whatever you want to.
What is
Because I mean,
आए
for
में
me,
बात करो, आए में बात करो.
I believe that what I perceive from after reading certain something, you may perceive something completely different, and both of them are completely right, provided we are taking our adjectives and verbs properly.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Um, there is another tech issue. Um, आपके आई थिंक थोड़ा बाहर से नॉइज बहुत आ रहा है तो माइक पास में अगर आप ला सकते हो then that would be great.
Is it okay if I hold it like this?
Super.
Hi.
Yeah, but like third नहीं करना. That's the only thing. Shit, I just did that third. बहुत पास आ गया,
Yeah.
बहुत पास आ गया. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I just हाँ नहीं सही है. So can you please repeat your answer? I really got lost. I'm really sorry. Yeah.
So, I believe that different people can perceive the same text differently, and that's completely all right, provided you have taken your grammar right. Like, because kabhi kabhi people don't people take the literal meaning only incorrectly. तो वो जो समझते हैं eventually, that's also wrong. Provided your grammar is right, and despite that you think this means certain something which is different from what your fellow friend thinks, it's absolutely okay.
And I think after a very long time, I read something and I did not feel burdened for it to have the correct interpretation. मतलब मैंने ना मेरे को ऐसे बड़ी वो चोर वाली फीलिंग आई. मैंने पढ़ी, मेरे को जो उठा रहा था मैंने उठा लिया and I just went away.
Yeah,
And it just felt nice कि मेरे को जो उठाना था उठा लिया. कभी कभी मेरे को डर लगता था कि am I how do I
interpreting.
interpreting थोड़ी होगा.
Interpreting.
Interpret.
Interpret.
Sorry
Yeah.
for the glitch in the matrix, guys. Sorry for the glitch in the matrix. Inter.
Interpreting. No. Interpret something.
This is reminding. राहुल सुब्रमण्यन ने ना कभी शॉर्ट रिलीज किए कैसे रील. आपका क्या नाम है? वो किसी से ऑडियंस में पूछता है. ही इज लाइक कार्तिक. वो बोलते कार्तिक नहीं बोलते कार्तिकेय. बोलते कार्तिकेय
Yeah.
कार्तिकेय. तो कार्तिक बहुत फनी है वो.
But I think, yeah, मुझे कंपाइलर और इंटरप्रेटर याद आ गया.
पता है मैं और अभी लाइक हिंडोल का एक डिस्कशन कर रहे थे एंड हिंडोल एक जगह अटक गया जहाँ पे मैं बचपन से अटक रहा हूँ अनअपोलोजेटिकली. आई हैव हैड so much trouble pronouncing unapologetically. And मैंने कहा ब्रो आई अंडरस्टैंड. अनअपोलोजेटिकली मेरे से भी नहीं बोला जाता.
You know where I struggle? जब भी कहीं पे डबल आर आ जाते हैं, like terrorism, like I would struggle as a child so much, like जब भी elocutions होते थे, because I'd be like terrorism, but like I would be like like I would go and I didn't know when to stop. So I struggled in double R's.
मेरे साथ अनबिलीवेबली के साथ भी होता था. मैं बबली कर देता था मैं बिलीवेबली को.
Yeah,
There
it's
are so
very.
many words. Yeah.
Oh shit, I'm too loud.
Yeah, someone said thanks for making us deaf. Yeah. I think you can still be loud. मैं आपको यहाँ से हाँ मैंने आपकी डीबी कम कर दी तो आप पास रख सकते हो.
Thank you so much for that.
I think only one person is saying yeah. हाँ guys chat में बताओ कि वानी लाउड है या नहीं. आपको कुछ बोलना होगा. कोई ऐसे कोई टंग ट्विस्टर बोलो आरआर वाला. राजस्थान रॉयल्स इज आरआर by the way.
But it's not like terrorism or in
Guys,
for
ask Vani to
infrared.
let's ask Vani to say words which has double R. Can you guys suggest us?
I think I've become better by practicing, but of course we can try.
We'll take your क्या बोलते हैं इसे?
We'll take my unbelievably thing. No,
नहीं इसके लिए एक वर्ड होता है ना जो डिक्शन क्या बोलते थे एक स्कूल में इसके लिए एक वर्ड होता था. डिक्टेशन. I don't know.
Dictation तो was like when
जब वो
teacher used
डिक्टेट
to
करते थे. हाँ ठीक है.
spelling bee? No.
Someone
Yeah.
Aman Verma is saying pronounce colloquialisms.
Not even going to try. I mean,
Irrevocable. Amir Sajid is saying nice one.
oh hi Amir, how are you? Irrevocable. See,
बातें बातों में निकाल गई.
But
Irresistible. Irresistible.
I think I've become nice now. Irresistible.
Yeah.
Irritating. Like I'm prepared right now, so it's not coming. Otherwise, I go like terrorism. Terrorism.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like what Siddhanta said. Vaani holding the mic like an air traffic tower controller.
Yeah. Irreplaceable. Itinerary ने जो दिमाग खराब किया है, like
Oh, इसकी
it's the
I'm like
shittiest. Itinerary is the shittiest word ever made.
yeah, because it's like itinerary,
हाँ.
but it's spelled as itinerary, and then you're like, where did the other R go? Itinerary.
हाँ. Dude, like किसने मतलब and itinerary का काम होता है life easy करना. Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
सांच ने एक word लिखा. Can you like try it?
No. I am not going to try words. I'll try words that I can pronounce, like too intimate. Okay,
जैसे
that was it.
दिलजीत सिंह में से तो रेस्टोरेंट प्रोनाउंस नहीं होता. एक होता है ना रेस्टोरेंटियर, लाइक क्या बोलते हैं उन्हें जो चलाते हैं. ओके. ओ हितेश, अनदर वर्ड आई हेट, एड्रेनलिन.
Yeah.
एड्रेनल, मेरा सारा एड्रेनलिन तो इसी में एड्रेनलिन को.
And then you have croissant. I struggled with croissant. I don't know how I used to pronounce it, but then I'm like croissant, and then my friends were like, no, it's croissant. And then I spent an entire evening trying to pronounce it, and I still can't get it right.
डूड इट रिमाइंड्स मी, मैं एक बार ऐश्वर्या मोहन राज के साथ गेस्ट एपिसोड कर रहा था. शी टोल्ड मी अबाउट क्रूटॉन शायद जो टोमेटो सूप में ऊपर ब्रेड डालती है.
Okay.
Is it
I
called
really like it
crouton?
too. I have no idea.
Guys,
I
can you
just know the bread
confirm?
and the tomato.
Can you guys confirm जो ब्रेड डलती है टोमेटो सूप में, is it called crouton? अगर कंफर्म करेंगे तभी मैं आगे बढ़ूंगा, नहीं तो बहुत बेइज्जती हो जाएगी.
Ashwin has said another word that I'm very conscious of.
Conscientious. Yeah. सो
Okay.
क्रूटॉन के साथ दिक्कत ये, क्रूटॉन किसी ट्रांसफॉर्मर या आर्टिफिशियली इंटेलिजेंट रोबोट का नाम लगता था मेरे को. हे
Yeah.
क्रूटॉन इज
It
गोइंग टू
reminds
डिस्ट्रॉय द वर्ल्ड. और
it
वो
reminds me of
बेचारा,
Krypton.
या वो बेचारा
Remember
मतलब,
Superman ka dog? Yeah, it
ओ,
just sounds like the same species.
बट वो क्रूटॉन बेचारा मतलब सूप के ऊपर की ब्रेड होता है.
Yeah, Crouton, Krypton. What was the name of the proton? Got it.
मिली है इंजीनियर वानी से.
With,
ओ सिद्धांत, लाइक रेपोटॉयर.
where I can't find Siddhant.
थोड़ा सा याद.
Siddhant has a dictionary in front of him, kya? I can't.
ये जो
I
दिलजीत और
just
यश
know
के बीच में है, लाइक रेपोटायर, रिपोर्टियर.
Rapo. Rapo है यार हमारा.
नहीं नहीं, ये वो वाला रेपो नहीं है.
Okay, I can't. Okay.
यूल फाइंड इट. थोड़ा ऊपर जाओ, दिलजीत और यश के दोनों के ब्लू वाले आ रहे हैं ना, तो उनके बीच में देयर इज
Oh,
गीतांजलि के ऊपर
repertoire.
रेपोटो.
Report. Yeah, I know that OIRE नहीं आता है. Like you don't go repertoire. You go like repertoire, and then you get lost because then you quickly jump onto the next word so that people don't realize what you used after, like how you pronounce the end of repertoire.
Dude, like when I was like working at TVF, जब मेरी इंटर्नशिप थी ना, तो वहाँ पे एक वीडियो था द मेकिंग ऑफ. तो वहाँ पे उन्होंने एक डायरेक्टर दिखाया था who was like extremely influenced by French filmmakers. तो ना वो हर चीज में तुआ ऐसे बात करता था. तो बोलता था मनाजे तुआ, my inspirations were कुआ, and that was the whole point of the film. तो वो ऐसे लास्ट में पॉइंट को, that was the whole point of the film. And it's one of the best videos. और मेरे को अभी भी मैसेज आते हैं, were you in that TVF video? And I'm like, because I was like bare chested, उस मतलब क्या बोलते हैं, मतलब ऐसे, मतलब मैं NSD ऐसे एक रोल प्ले करता हूँ छोटा सा, और that was the whole point of the film. Actually, I get murdered in it. Yeah, anyway.
Wow.
रॉन्डेवू का जब मैंने रॉन्डेजिवस किया है ना लाइफ में, जो था रॉन्डेजिवस.
I have done Versace of Versace. So I mean
वर्साचे नहीं होता.
Versace होता है. I've done verses because that's how it's spelled.
Ah.
Yeah. I don't, yeah.
What are the other tough words? We found a nice topic for the day. Rendezvous.
Yeah, I like, I'm kind of a little disappointed how we went from the best poem you read today to rendezvous, rendezvous. There
Yeah.
was also this one, a friend of mine used to use it a lot, which I can't remember now. Okay, this
This
is
is
nice.
the yeah.
Levi's Levi's jeans.
आई थिंक वो ये किसका किसी का स्टैंड अप स्पेशल है कि द होल वर्ल्ड शुड लाइक थैंक, अगर नहीं है तो फिर ये मेरा खुद का आइडिया, बट आई एम प्रिटी श्योर किसी के स्टैंड अप स्पेशल में सुना था कि हाउ वी शुड ऑल थैंक सिमी गरेवाल, क्योंकि उसने पूरे भारत को एक ऐसा वर्ड सिखाया था जो किसी को नहीं आता था, रॉन्डेवू विद सिमी गरेवाल।
Rendezvous.
और पहले से डर लगता
Nice.
था ये यहाँ पे क्या करती है शो, इज इट अ मर्डर शो, रॉन्डेवू विद सिमी गरेवाल, बट देन द होल
Yeah,
वर्ल्ड या
and then Coffee with Karan came back and ruined the spelling of coffee for everyone.
डिड इट दो या
Okay, it was just me then.
या
Oh, it's Sapan Verma, I think. Pokhraj has commented.
या नाइकी को
Is
जैसे
this?
सब नाइक करते थे, आई होप दिस इट इज नाइकी।
I don't, yeah. I really
क्यों?
struggle with these brands because I'm like, there are people you meet who pronounce it a certain way, then there are people who come and butcher it, and then there are people who are kind of somewhere there. And I'm just like, huh, like, yeah, that one, that one. I kind of
हाँ,
am afraid of, yeah.
आई थिंक द थिंग, आई थिंक बिकॉज लाइक जो मैंने एक चीज क्रैक कर ली थी, बिकॉज यू हैव टू स्पीक सो मच इन फ्रंट ऑफ कैमरा, जस्ट एक्सेप्टिंग व्हेन यू डोंट नो हाउ टू प्रोनाउंस अ वर्ड एंड
Yeah.
मूविंग ऑन।
Yeah,
अगर
I
मैं
do that
टेररिज्म
every 5th minute.
मैं टेररिज्म की टेरर पे ही रह जाऊं, अगर मैं एक्सेप्ट नहीं करूं तो वो पापा वो पेट्रोल
Yeah.
खत्म नहीं होता हो जाएगा पूरा।
I used to love that ad.
या
Sorry.
या लेट्स गो बैक टू टोटे बैग। विनायक उस दिन घर आया, क्यूट, इतना क्यूटली बोला, यार आप उस दिन स्ट्रीम कर रहे थे और आपने टोटे बैग बोला, आपको पता भी नहीं था टोट बैग होता है। मैंने कहा शिट बताया क्यों नहीं, उसने कहा नहीं बहुत मजा आ रहा था।
Okay, I don't know how many of you remember this word, but ये हमारी GK books में होता था, pneumonultram microscopic silicovica volcanoconnesis. It was one of the longest words, and I learned it just to sound cool. But then I realized that doesn't make you cool. That just makes you the opposite of cool when you're in school. That rhymed.
Oh. She's so impressed with herself. Holy shit, did I just do that?
Yeah, but the meaning, I'm so happy. But the meaning of the word
कुकर की दो
is
सीटी बच गई हैं, तो मैं कह रहा हूँ वो ध्यान रख लेना। या
that loud. Shit, sorry.
या
But yeah, the word actually implies it stands for a disease.
it implies subscribe to
Subscribe to
Chalchitra Talks.
Chalchitra.
Yeah.
I knew it was coming. But then it is, this is what you get when you inhale the ashes from a volcano.
ओह, ओनोमैटोमोनिया।
Pneumonia.
ओनोमैटोमोनिया क्या है? ये वर्ड
I
कहाँ
have no
सुना है
idea.
मैंने? शिट, ये मैंने कुछ वल्गर तो नहीं बोल दिया? ओनोमैटोमोनिया क्यों बोला मैं अभी?
I know
Anyway,
there is an instrument called automaton, which I really want.
आपको पता है
चौथी
कभी
सी
कभी आजकल एक ऐसी टेक्नोलॉजी आई है कि एआई को या रोबोट्स को छोड़ दिया एंड कैन दे राइट अ स्क्रिप्ट ऑन देयर ओन, तो अभी हम ऐसे साउंड कर रहे हैं कुछ भी वर्ड बोल के। आई एम नो ओमैटोनॉन, ओनोमैटोमोनिया।
Oh God, I like it a lot. Oh, Nasiruddin Shah, Vaibhav.
Oh,
Oh, that was everywhere.
that was every,
Onomatopoeia.
हाँ।
Yeah.
मेरे दिमाग में अब नसीर सर की आवाज आई एकदम से।
But if I may, I'd like to draw attention to the instrument also. It's very nice.
Yeah.
Automaton. I could be wrong, ऊपर नीचे.
डूड आपका
But
कुकर
yeah,
फटेगा, मैं बता रहा हूँ, चौथी सीटी है ये।
I do not know how to decrease the sound from my end.
मैं वैस माय पॉइंट इज नॉट टू डिक्रीज द साउंड, कुकर बंद कर दो।
I
Yeah.
I really think my
Yeah.
flatmate is in a better capacity and she has more knowledge about this. I
Oh,
think she'll manage it.
but do you know today's Friday the 13th?
Oh, do you
Yes.
want to do a ghost stories episode?
Yeah.
I'm
Can
sorry, I was just
can
kidding.
someone quickly tell me the IPL score? I'll be able to like just like let's get it out of the way. She's like, do you want
This
to
is
do
what
a
you
ghost
did on my
story?
birthday also. This is what you did on my birthday also.
When?
Were you watching F1 or were you watching IPL?
Which is like more acceptable. Yeah.
Neither.
Yeah.
Because I missed F1 on my birthday because I wasn't a fan then.
Yeah. 43 for 3. कोई मेरे को मैथ्स के हिसाब से समझाएगा कि अगर आज पंजाब जीतती है तो इससे राजस्थान रॉयल्स को फायदा हो रहा है या नुकसान हो रहा है. आई वाज ट्राइंग टू डू दिस कैलकुलेशन. राजस्थान अभी ऊपर है लाइक इन दोनों टीम से लिस्ट में, बट लाइक विल इट बेनिफिट राजस्थान और नॉट? कोई मेरे को समझा देना.
Um, yeah.
ओनोमैटोमोनिया डूड.
Automaton. Nobody is even confirming if I'm right or wrong. That's the sad part.
Because they are busy figuring out if Rajasthan Royals will like
Yeah. Sweet. Sweet, 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 sweet.
dude, आज
RCB,
केंड्रिक लमार की एक नई एल्बम आई है. फक. मेरे को
I
मुकुंद ने
saw
भेजी थी.
the tweet and I was like, hmm. And then when you said pre-stream, ki we'll discuss in this, and I was like, oh,
Yeah,
okay. Should have heard it. But yeah,
yeah. 45 for 4 लोग अब वहाँ पे चैट सी चालू करती. लेट्स टॉक अबाउट मोर वर्ड्स. स्पेल बी में पार्ट लिया है कभी आपने स्कूल में?
हमारे स्कूल में स्पेल भी नहीं होता था.
शाउट आउट टू अनुपम राजौरिया. अगर कोई मेरे जेवियर्स का देख रहा है, शी इज माय बैचमेट एंड शी यूज्ड टू वन ऑल दी स्पेल बीज. मेरे को याद है वो बहुत बड़े बड़े कॉम्पिटिशन्स में जाती थी.
Nice.
या मेरे को किया, आई रिमेम्बर लाइक.
Did you also participate in spell bee?
नहीं यार, मैं अनबिलीवेबली पे अटक जाता था तो लाइक या नहीं स्पेल
Nice. I
बीज.
was going to ask you how people used to prepare, but okay.
एक कौन सा वर्ड होता है जब भी मैं ऐसे जर्नलिंग कर रहा होता हूँ या कुछ भी लिख रहा होता हूँ, ईमेल्स लिख रहा होता हूँ, हमेशा रिसीव या कौन सा होता है जिसमें मैं आई ई हमेशा उल्टा कर देता हूँ हमेशा. आर देयर वर्ड्स वेयर यू जस्ट लाइक
Weird. Receive. Video. I don't know.
सी?
People spell video. I've seen so many
हाँ, so
people
many people spell video wrong. Yeah,
and I okay.
yeah.
No judgment from my end. It's
आपकी आवाज़ बहुत कम हो गई.
no judgment from my end. It's okay.
Yeah. Correspondence, Michael.
I used to get confused but in maintain a lot. Like, is it MAINTAIN? Is it
Oh,
MANTAIN?
don't
I
ask
used
me
to,
which one is it because I still don't.
and then like एक बार I acted very smart and ऊपर मैंने MANTAIN लिखा है, नीचे वाले like दो line नीचे I was like MAINTAIN and my teacher was like, are you trying to be smart? And I was like, no, I just I don't know. Yeah.
That reminds me, school में I've had very good English teachers in life, but like I was like very problematic to for my English teachers. So
Really?
basically 8th standard की बात है. आई थिंक ये कन्फेशन रूम बन जाएगा, बट हमारी एक इंग्लिश टीचर होती थी. सो एग्ज़ाम था एंड यू हैड टू मेक लाइक कुछ वर्ड्स थे जिनसे सेंटेंसेस बनाने थे. आई ऑल्सो रिमेम्बर
Yeah.
मैं कौन सी रो में बैठा था. एंड क्योंकि उसका जो मेरी फजीती हुई थी क्लास में, वर्ड था अनस्टेबल, राइट. और मेरे को कुछ आ नहीं रहा था और मेरे को लगा कि आई कैन गेट अवे विद एनीथिंग, क्योंकि मेरे को पता था इन एग्जाम्स के बाद छुट्टी है एंड लाइक उसके बाद जब नेक्स्ट सेमेस्टर में जाएंगे टीचर वोंट लाइक एवर ब्रिंग इट अप. तो मैंने कैसे लाइक सेंटेंस बना दिया कि वी ट्रबल्ड आवर इंग्लिश टीचर सो मच दैट एट द एंड शी बिकेम मेंटली अनस्टेबल. एंड व्हेन एंड जब लाइक वो दिस दिन लाइक जब
Do that really?
yeah, dude, I still remember her face. She read it out in front of the whole class. और मैंने हर 2-3 साल में एक बार ऐसा कुछ किया है. Your classmate
Ever?
Vaibhav Munjal has written.
Seriously?
We troubled our English teacher so much that in the end she became mentally unstable. Do you think I'm mentally unstable?
But like they didn't trouble you so much, no? I
No,
mean,
but
like,
like
yeah. But she just like, oh my God,
I
what
was
is this?
trying to be over smart then. Like मैं over smart बनने की कोशिश कर रहा था and like this.
I would have never spoken to you in school
Yeah.
because I was the nice kid. Not nice, but like the front benchers. I never reminded teachers of homework and test, I think. But I would always get disappointed when teachers would forget to ask us for our homeworks and tests because I would be prepared. But I couldn't say anything because I just was too like, it's okay. But then I used to feel very sad. Like, here's my notebook, meticulously well kept, and एक cross भी नहीं होता. So there was a point in life where I would write with pencil and then उसके ऊपर pen से so that there is no mistake made. I was that big an idiot. Not idiot, but like dedicated. And I would sit in front of the newspaper, Hindi newspaper, and try to copy all the words so that my Hindi handwriting could become like really nice. Because English was sorted, but Hindi handwriting अच्छी नहीं थी. So I asked, begged my father कि हिंदी की subscription लगवाओ, and he did, and I would sit and copy the font, and I'm embarrassed of myself.
Damn. Did people call you Chashmish in like school?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, because I
Dude,
didn't
had I
respect.
met you in school, I would have been like, वो याद है कदम बढ़ाओ नैना और वो चश्मे डालता है और वो बोलती मुझे कुछ दिख नहीं रहा है. Yeah.
Yeah, I was specs in class 10th.
But like, dude, teachers can be mean. Like, even I was mean to my teachers when I wrote like ki mentally unstable. Sixth standard में, so Zaki and I used to sit together, and the teacher told Zaki कि you should not sit with Vaibhav. और मान लो कि कोई बच्चा like किसी को ऐसा होता है कि सर may I use the washroom, तो हाँ जाओ जाओ. If I would go, sir, may I use the washroom? No. वो क्या साइलेंट यूज होते थे, राइट? मतलब कि वो ऐसे देख के ये दोनों दोस्त है तो मैं इसको वॉशरूम नहीं जाने दूंगा. काफी काफी खतरनाक.
Wow. I think I've had 4 to 5 incidents where teachers were mean to me. And then out of those 4 to 5 teachers, I don't know. Yeah, they were mean to me. Just 4 to 5 instances, not teachers, where I thought I was wronged. I had a privileged school life. Teachers were partial. But teachers can be mean. Now that you think about it, they've some of my classmates, I
Now
imagine.
that you think about it, I have been thinking about it for last 15 years. यही तो trauma है life का. Now that I think about it.
So I changed schools, and हमारा school function था, and the teacher kind of threw me out of the class a day before the final function.
Are we
It was
talking
class
literally
4.
threw you out of the class? Because
No, they're not the dance. Like she was like कि नहीं नहीं आप रहने दो. And just one day before, like कल event है final, I've been rehearsing for 2 months, and she was like नहीं. So like fuck off बच्चे, तुम अच्छा
क्या
नहीं नाचते.
गालियाँ?
No, she don't. I'm sorry. But like she was like कि नहीं, just नहीं आपसे नहीं होगा. Don't come. Like I don't remember what she said, but I remember walking to my home, holding back my tears, and then my mother was, and I was like, this is the card for the function, you guys go, I won't be going. And my mother's like, why? And then I just couldn't stop crying, like because they threw me out of the dance.
My teacher said fuck off बच्चे.
And then my mother was like, we'll go to Manali tomorrow, no problem. And I was like, वो तो हर हफ्ते जाते हैं, it's okay, you go to the dance. But then the next year I was like, I'll join Kathak classes again, because उससे एक साल पहले I was like, I'm not going to go to Kathak classes. I only want to learn karate, so I'm only going to focus on karate. But like after getting thrown out of the dance, I was like, no, I'll learn Kathak. And then nothing helped, nothing changed. But like I never got thrown out of a dance.
Ever
Not that I
again.
danced. Yes. Out of the 3 times I danced after that.
Oh man.
Very. Yeah.
Too many वो was ना, you see those like
It's a flashbacks.
Vietnam और flashbacks के जो memes होते हैं ना, तो मेरे दिमाग में वो आ रहा है.
Yeah. God.
आई जस्ट टेल मी, जेवियर्स जयपुर का तो कोई नहीं देख रहा है ना, बिकॉज मैं इतना से खुल के ज्यादा बात करवा रहा हूँ। अगर मेरे को पता चला कि यार मेरे लाइक रोल नंबर 52 देख रहा है तो मैं तो सोचूंगा।
You know, sometimes it happens when you kind of talk anything and whatever you can, because like abhi I can't. I mean, I can see the screen, but we're on Zoom, right? And so we'll just talk randomly, whatever comes to our mind. We'll exchange ideas, and then the next day somebody meets you and they're like, "Hey, kal ki stream achhi thi," and you're like,
That is my biggest night. And like,
"Whoa," and then I don't know how you react to it, because I'm like, "Hey, nice, you saw?" And then, but in my head, the moment the person passes by, I'm like, "What did I say?
you
Who
said fuck
I?"
off बच्चे,
Yeah, this will happen now.
बिकॉज ये बहुत होता है। एंड हम इतना बड़ा यूट्यूब चैनल अभी है भी नहीं, मतलब बन जाएंगे, अभी 2.5-3 साल और लगेंगे। बट
Yeah.
it like blows my mind when someone already knows of like knows all those secrets about me, ऐसी चीजें हैं। लेकिन मैंने
Yeah.
बहुत अलग अलग फैसेट्स में लाइक लाइफ के फील किया है, दोस्तों के साथ, कोई दूर से दोस्त आ रहा है मिलने उसके साथ, एंड मेरे को पता, तेरे साथ मेरे को पता ये हुआ था।
मैंने
और
लिखा, हाँ, स्ट्रीम पे बताया था तूने।
एंड आई एम लाइक, सबसे बड़ी चीज, अगर आप वो लोग हो तो कमेंट क्यों नहीं कर रहे?
Yeah.
कमेंट क्यों नहीं कर
And
रहे?
I don't know if it happens to you, but sometimes it worries me that, you know, the how we are right now is just like 10% of our personality. And sometimes
मेरा
I'm
तो
afraid
97% है, आपका होगा मतलब।
it's just like a part of our
या
personality. And I'm afraid like people will confuse it for whole of you. And then the next day you might be in a very bad mood and people will just greet you nicely and you'll be like, and they'll be like,
या
पगला
मतलब
ठीक है।
एक्टर्स के साथ भी यही होता है, लाइक कि इवेंचुअली मेक बिलीव वाली जो चीज होती है, व्हेन यू पुट अप अ शो एंड लाइक व्हेन द एंड कट उसके बाद की जो लाइफ है, बिकॉज मोस्ट पीपल वांट टू like they have boring lives and they kind of want कि they are like have the access to boring lives। आज की डेट में सबसे कम एक्सेस है बोरिंग लाइफ की, इट्स लाइक अ प्रिविलेज टू हैव अ बोरिंग लाइफ, इट इज ब्यूटिफुल राइट, हमें मतलब मौका ही नहीं मिलता।
Privileged.
या बोरिंग लाइफ इज ग्रेट, मेरा पॉइंट ही है, बट लाइक वो
Yeah.
मिलती नहीं है इतनी इजीली।
Nice.
Someone commented, I think I saw Vaibhav at JLF. Hmm.
So I'm surprised you didn't
Vaani
see
was
me.
also there.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey. Nice.
Sandeep, like, yeah, Sandeep is our godfather. Nice to see Sandeep here. And
Yes.
बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग थ्रेड चल रहा था अभी हमारा ना। What were we talking about?
Trauma of school and words
Trauma of
and
school and
spelling bee.
words and spelling bee.
Yes. The hmm. Nice. Have what are you thinking?
यार मतलब 2-3 चीजें सोच रहा था मैं, बट कोई एक बार स्कोर बता देगा, आई एम रियली सॉरी। नहीं नहीं, मैं ये नहीं सोच रहा था, ये तो मेरे को लगा कि लाइक चांस फॉर अ
This will
जोक,
be
सो
funny.
या।
Nice. I'll give you that.
Vaibhav, have you changed your camera? This is so good. Variku also has a nice camera. Kudos to you guys. Thanks to, because I still remember विनायक और मैं बात कर रहे थे और मैंने लाइक विनायक बोला एक्सपेरिमेंट फेल हो गया, और वानी पागल हुई थी, इनका एक्सपेरिमेंट फेल हो गया लाइक ऑन आवर लास्ट stream. But like the experiment is successful now. I'm using a Lumix GH5 right now, which is actually Vinayak's camera, but he was kind enough to like just
Lend it to
like
you.
lend it like for a very
Until he decides to shoot records from
indefinite,
the
yeah.
pointer.
Yeah, for an
Yeah.
indefinite time. So yeah, अभी एक बैटरी चार्ज हो रही है क्या है। I did the श्वेता त्रिपाठी episode on this also. Do you want to see something? Do you want me to change the lens live? Feel आ जाएगी, दिखाओ। So I'll put the prime lens now, ठीक है।
You're so excited. This is nice.
Oh shit, मेरा वो खत्म हो गया।
Okay. While Vaibhav is changing lenses and Siri is barking in the background. Yay, flex.
How is this?
This is
इस
better.
इसके लिए मेरे को आईएसओ भी कम कर सकता हूँ मैं.
But you'll have to zoom. Okay, wait, that's Siri. But you're very zoomed in. Can you
या
hear Siri in the background?
डू आई गो ऐसे पीछे.
Yeah. I think मुझे थोड़ी देर में दिखेगा. But yeah,
या
you have to move थोड़ा सा inside the frame.
मैं पुराना वाला ही लगा के वैसे फ्लेक्स कर रहा था.
Yeah. But this is also nice.
बेसिकली मेरा फोन बंद हो गया. कैन यू टेक लीड फॉर अ बिट. कैन आई डिसअपियर.
Sure.
ग्रेट.
Yes, why not? Hi guys.
वन
Will you also
सेकेंड.
be turning off your?
वन सेकेंड.
Great. So Vaibhav can still hear us. So this is not the time to talk about teammates who are not on camera. Mm, great. Okay. I compliments from Sri. Hi Anandita, how are you? Yes. I also. Oh, hi Nikhil. Okay, my house. So I was in Gandhi House, which was red in color back in OLS, which is in Kulu, which is where I studied until my class 10th. But then in ninth class, they decided to change the houses of students because there were a few houses that were just winning, and Gandhi was one of them. So they picked up some really nice cool kids and dropped them to other houses. So my house was changed because I was one of the cool kids. Just kidding. And then I was in Tagore House, which is yellow. And then after I changed my school, I can't remember the color of my house. Goes on to show how much I value it. I think I was in red, or maybe I was in blue. I don't remember the actual name of the houses, but yeah, majorly I've spent my life in red house, and then Gandhi, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 4 years, and then 9th, 10th in yellow, and then 11th, 12th I can't remember. Probably red. Yes. Okay.
Can I
Which
come back?
Hogwarts? No, it's okay. I think I'm from Slytherin. Yeah. Please do. Was it a convent school? Yes, it was a convent school, and I only wanted red. It kind of complemented my complexion, so I was like, okay, cool. Just kidding. I made peace with red eventually. But I think I like Slytherin a lot. What about you, Vaibhav?
Busy with tech issues.
Great. So, you give major Blue House, and I give Blue House energy. I never liked Blue House. For some reason, I do not like the house. A, it's a very dark color. B, it's not black. That's a very dumb thing to say, but like, this blue is a very sad color. That's, I mean, the t-shirts that people had in school for the Blue House were very sad, not the color in whole. I'm not a Hufflepuff. At least I pray and hope I'm not. Okay. When I overachieved Vaani, they had to change her house to. I'm just kidding. I think they changed out a lot of kids. Like they shuffled a lot of kids from Gandhi to different houses, and then a few kids back to Gandhi. But overachieved Vaani. I was a teacher's pet, to be honest, and I think that's how I got a lot of prizes. So that's a major imposter syndrome that I'm dealing with right now. Are you still stuck in tech issues, or are you
No.
laughing at?
I was just like कि हाँ मिल रहा है फोकट का ज्ञान तो ठीक है. But yeah.
Nice.
So let's get to like some of the. Do you have Zen in the Art of Writing? You don't have a copy? Can we end
No,
the
I.
stream and go separate ways for the rest of our lives?
But you don't have the copy of Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. I think we're even.
So
I had ordered for a copy once.
yeah. अब यार मैं आपको एक बात बताऊं आपको बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग लगेगा. So I'll order Zen in the Art of Motorcycle Diaries, which by the way you should also include in a book a month some months, na? Yeah.
Yes.
And Zen in the Art of Writing, guys. No, I'm not
This-
even kidding. I'm not even kidding.
for all our moderators who are watching, can you just like timestamp this part, and can we use this in every video where we have to just represent dramatic crying, please. Just like a request. Yeah. Sorry, please go
Have
on.
you ever seen me speak about Zen in the art of writing? मैंने काफी बार किया है over the
Yes.
years.
We've done clubhouses together about the
When
same.
you were not present. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we've
you
spoken
have
about Zen.
not heard me like speak about Zen in the art of
Uh, Okay. No, I have actually. I have. I have.
Are you ready for this? Okay.
Yes.
Uh, Zen in the art of writing में ना लास्ट में 10 पोएम्स हैं और आज मेरा ऐसी मतलब आज मैं ना सैम हैरिस का आज एक पॉडकास्ट सुन रहा था सो आई गो फॉर टेनिस एवरी मॉर्निंग ना एंड लाइक फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम आई फेल्ट लाइक लॉस्ट नॉट लिसनिंग टू म्यूजिक आई वाज लाइक कि लेट्स लिसन टू अ पॉडकास्ट एंड माय गो टू पॉडकास्ट पर्सन आज के डेट में लेक्स फ्रीडमैन और मैंने ऐसी ना एक तुक्का मारा कि लेक्स फ्रीडमैन है तो लेक्स फ्रीडमैन किस टाइप के लोगों को बुलाएगा लाइक पीपल कैन लाइक मेक द गेसेस ना चलचित्र है तो चलचित्र पे इस टाइप के लोग आएंगे तो मैंने एक तुक्का मारा कि लेक्स फ्रीडमैन ने सैम हैरिस को बुलाया होगा सैम हैरिस इज अ गाय द गाय बिहाइंड द ऐप वेकिंग अप एंड ऑल्सो द बुक वेकिंग अप तो मैंने वो पॉडकास्ट चलाया एंड 2-3 घंटे का पॉडकास्ट है सैम हैरिस के साथ उसका मैंने पहले के लाइक आधे घंटे का ही सुना एंड दे टॉक्ड अबाउट फ्री विल आफ्टर लाइक द 15 minutes एंड सैम हैरिस इज डेड श्योर दैट फ्री विल डजंट एग्जिस्ट उसने एक बहुत अच्छी रीजनिंग दी है इस चीज़ की एंड आई थिंक यू एंड मी आर काइंड ऑफ ऑल्सो श्योर बिकॉज हमने टेड शैंग की एक नॉवल लाइक एक शॉर्ट स्टोरी पढ़ी थी ऑलमोस्ट 2 साल पहले एक स्ट्रीम में विच काइंड ऑफ प्रूव्ड कि फ्री विल शायद एग्जिस्ट ही नहीं करती राइट उसने एक टास्क दी कि आई वॉन्ट यू टू थिंक ऑफ अ मेमोरी एंड देन फिर उसने बोला कि अच्छा आपको ये मेमोरी आई बट जो उसकी एक्सप्लेनेशन थी ना उससे उसने क्लियर कर दिया कि फ्री विल नहीं है नाउ आई कांट रिमेंबर व्हाई आई ब्रॉट अप दिस पार्ट हाँ इट वाज अबाउट फ्री विल ओनली तो बिकॉज इट वाज वेरी फैसिनेटिंग टू मी हाउ आई वेंट देयर एंड पिक्ड अप अ बुक बिकॉज मैं पहले हाउ डू यू लिव का एक चैप्टर पढ़ा मेरे को अच्छी लगी एंड देन आई एम लाइक ओके आई नीड टू रीड समथिंग मोर हाउ डू यू लिव बाय द वे इज द बुक ऑफ द मंथ सो यू गाइस शुड रीड इट then
Hey.
yeah then I went to this I picked it up then मैंने उल्टा पढ़ना चालू किया and I am like hey I haven't read these poems पहले because maybe I was afraid of them then मैंने उल्टा पढ़ना चालू किया and the last poem on this like in this book is um, we have our arts so we won't die of truth and there are lines in it no only real fall dead so Nietzsche said सो बेसिकली मेरी जो इंटरप्रिटेशन है ना आपको इसकी बताता हूँ कि अगर आप सिर्फ रियलिटी में भरोसा करोगे लाइफ में तो इट्स नॉट अ लाइफ वर्थ लिविंग इट्स रादर यू डाई सो उसने फिर हमें एग्जाम्पल्स दिए दैट वी नीड अ आर्ट्स टू टीच अस हाउ टू ब्रीथ एंड बीट अ ब्लड और उसमें हम ही गोज इन टू डिटेल एंड टुवर्ड्स द एंड ही सेज इट क्रैक्स द आर्ट एंड सो फाइंड आर्ट सीज ब्रश टेक स्टैंड्स do fancy footwork, dance, run race, try poem, write play. And then he talks about all the greatest writers and the artists उन्होंने इसको अपने स्टाइल में कैसे किया था जिसकी हर मेरे को रेफरेंस समझ नहीं आई बट लाइक आप देखना बुक क्लब में मैंने ना उसको मार्क किया है
Yeah.
देन फिर उसने एंड में लिखा डेथ देन इज अ पेनफुल विजडम ट्रुथ with art as forceps pull that truth and plumb the abyss where it was hit deep in dark and time and cause और इवेंचुअली इट एंड्स विद थैंक्स टू आर्ट मतलब कि वो ये कि अगर आप आर्ट डिस्कवर कर ले तो अपनी लाइफ में योर लाइफ इज़ नॉट जस्ट अबाउट लाइक द रियलिटी यू सी लिटरली जो लिटरल बेसिस पे आपको एक रियलिटी दिखाई दे रही है बिकॉज रे ब्रैडबेरी ऑल्सो सेज कि स्टे ड्रंक ऑन राइटिंग सो दैट रियलिटी कैन नॉट डिस्ट्रॉय यू सो मैं जब ये पढ़ रहा था मेरे को सबसे पहले वही क्लिक किया कि you really need to be drunk on arts to like go through this life and if you're drunk on arts nothing will be able to like get to you right and dude it was so beautiful I had such a great start to the day and yeah man उसके बाद मैंने फिर 2-3 और poems पढ़ी I was going उल्टा um, go not with ruins in your mind was another poem then there was another poem called uh, It was about being. I can't find it right now.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry for the uh, I die so dies the world. It is about कि मेरे को मारने की कभी कोशिश मत करना क्योंकि मैंने जो यूनिवर्सेस बनाया ना वो मेरे साथ मर जाएंगे. मतलब काइंड ऑफ मेरे को ये बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंगली एरोगेंट पोएम लगी वेयर ही वाज ट्राइंग टू से कि द वर्ल्ड बिल्डिंग आई कैन डू नो वन कैन डू इट. सो इफ लाइक द गॉड इज चैलेंजिंग या इफ लाइक वो बोलते हैं ना जब यमराज आता है कि मैं तुम्हें उठा के ले जाऊंगा एंड ही इज बेसिकली चैलेंजिंग दैट if you kill me, the worlds and the powers I can give to those worlds, they'll die with it. So yeah, matlab, and I kind of liked it कि the title is that. और मैंने पूरी पोएम में सिर्फ इसका टाइटल लाइक सिर्फ हेडिंग को इसमें अंडरलाइन किया.
Mm.
I die, so dies the world.
That's such a that's an inspiring line.
Yeah. So good fucking start to the day. Then I started like I'm revisiting this like anything. Watchmen. यार इसमें ये जब चेंज होता है ना फील आ जाती है ना. Watchmen, like I have been going through terrific stuff, dude. Like मतलब वही है जब आप अनअपोलोजेटिकली जब आर्ट्स को परस्यू करते हो ना इस लाइक अपने स्टाइल से ओके लेट मी गो टू दिस बुक लेट मी गो टू दिस बिकॉज आई थिंक जब बुक अ मंथ थी मैं पढ़ नहीं पाया था वॉचमैन प्रॉपरली क्योंकि इसमें ना मेरे को बहुत प्रॉब्लम्स आ रही थी कि फॉन्ट इतना छोटा है मेरे को ऐसे पढ़ना था. एलन मूर की है तो मेरे को एलन मूर के बारे में इतना तब पता नहीं था. नाउ आई हैव अनदर रीजन बिकॉज आई एम वाचिंग द शो आई वांट टू गेट द रेफरेंसेस. सो इट्स
Right.
फकिंग ब्यूटीफुल डूड लाइक द वे आपने खत्म की थी वॉचमैन.
Mm,
ना बोल दो
yeah.
नहीं तो आपसे मैं सवाल पूछूंगा.
Yeah, I'd skimmed through it
हाँ स्किम थ्रू इट की थी या खत्म की
because
थी.
I think it no, I didn't read it dedicatedly.
Vaani is not a true underliner, guys. Underliner is basically the term for everyone who finishes all the books for a book a month with Vaani. वानी 31 दिसंबर 2022 को अंडरलाइनर्स घोषित करेगी 2022 के. जो लोग अभी देख रहे हैं तब वानी से पूछना पर क्या आपने वॉचमैन खत्म की थी.
But
आर
I
यू
also
एन
read it
अंडरलाइनर.
like last May. I finished it. I skimmed through it because like एक time पे it just became very dark. And I think उस time पे we were, if you remember, we were reading Mouse.
Mouse. This was
That
the
was the main
additional
thing.
book.
And that was very heavy.
Yeah. But guys, questions for you guys in the chat. Is skimming through a book and is finishing it, is it the same thing or not the same thing? Just answer like, is it the same thing or not the same thing? Yeah. Pokraj is great. Vani can't judge me anymore.
Pokraj doesn't read a single book. I at least read like 10 on 12 on 14. Just saying, without any bitterness. But I genuinely think
Oh, not same, not same, not just go through the comments.
I just think like see every time you pick up a book, obviously they're not the same thing, but every time you pick up a book, you learn something new from it, right? And there are certain parts that will hit you, and there are certain parts which will just sound meh. Stop laughing. But I genuinely think that, see, like now Watchmen is making sense to you. Had you forced yourself to read it last year, it wouldn't have
True.
really hit you. And therefore, sometimes it's okay to skim through, and I believe even skip through parts, because there are
Yeah,
certain lines that
I
will hit you.
totally stand with you there.
And therefore, I mean, one of the many reasons why I've stopped counting the number of books I finish is because 9 out of 10 times I really go back to the books I've read if they're genuinely good.
नहीं नहीं
Like, I
true.
still go back to Cost of Living, and I still think I haven't, even though I've read it cover to cover 5 times, I still think there are certain things that I understand only today.
Yeah.
Like a lot of books. So I just, so finishing a book cover to cover, of course, we understand what it is,
Yeah.
but I just don't know if it works.
I want to talk about that, but एक comment था जो मेरे को पढ़ना है. इसका
Yeah.
comment था साहिल खान का. I skimmed through my chemistry book and I failed. मेरे दिमाग में जब से ये comment चल रहा था. तो मेरे को
That's why I won't be sitting for the test for underliners. I don't want to fail it.
yeah. So obviously it's not the same thing, and I think you also know that finishing a book and like skimming through a book is not the same. But I think where I really stand with Vani is how you should give yourself the liberty to skip chapters or like go to the next thing. मैं इस महीने के एंड में रिवील करूंगा जो मैंने आज वानी को एक मैसेज भेजा था अबाउट अ बुक, राइट? बिकॉज आई वाज
I was like,
स्ट्रगलिंग. हाँ, I was struggling with something and I told her कि hey this is happening, but like give yourself the liberty dude कि A end to end
yeah,
खत्म करनी है. like
yeah.
मेरे को एक ऐसे analogy
I
आई
just,
जैसे
yeah, I
IS
love
prep
your,
IS preparations are like is like finishing like infinite jest. like होता है ना कि नहीं IS करना ही है, लोग 5 साल दे दिए, 6 साल दे दिए. देर आर पीपल जो अपनी लाइफ के बहुत अलग अलग मोमेंट्स पे इनफाइनाइट जस्ट उठाते और ख़त्म करने की कोशिश करते हैं, फिर एट द एज ऑफ 40 दे से नहीं इनफाइनाइट जस्ट ख़त्म कर ली वगैरह, राइट? कुछ लोगों से नहीं होती ख़त्म. जैसे मैंने एक बार उठाई थी, मेरे से नहीं हुई, मैंने 10 पन्ने 15 पन्ने पढ़े थे. अगेन लाइक कैन यू गिव योर सेल्फ द लिबर्टी टू रिविजिट इट, एंड आई थिंक दैट इज वॉट वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट.
yeah. I think, I learned recently. I mean, I knew what toxic positivity is on internet, but I realized it very recently. Okay, this is what happens. So you're forced to be happy because everyone, and I think that's
Toxic
happening.
positivity, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that is happening somewhere when it comes to reading books also. You're expected to pick up books and you're expected to finish them. But then the problem is there are so many beginners, there are so many people who haven't read in a long while that every time they pick up a book and they pick it up because they want to grow, because reading is supposed to be a good habit. But then they're not able to get through and they kind of go in that vicious cycle of, hey, I'm not good enough, I'm not doing enough, I'm not working on myself, this is no improvement.
And I think
And
you
I
are
think,
also trying to break that cycle through your
right,
videos and trying to tell people कि hey it's okay if you want to. I think आपका how to read more वाला जो वीडियो आया था उसमें भी
exactly,
आपने इस पे एक पूरा सेगमेंट बनाया था कि
right.
just be more forgiving to yourself. क्योंकि आपसे बहुत लोग पूछते होंगे कि यार how do I read, मेरे से पढ़ा नहीं जाता वगैरह,
There is
because
a
I think they
reading
are
block and
too hard
everything.
on yourself, themselves, too hard on themselves.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
think sometimes you just don't come across. Every book is a good book, but sometimes you're just not in the phase to read that thing. And I think then people become very harsh on themselves that I have to read, read, and read. You could just go and watch a TV series that makes more sense to you. The beauty of the world today is that there is so much art everywhere. And if a movie doesn't work well for you, a book might. If book is not working well for you, TV series might. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't read, guys. Read. Try and read.
मैं कुछ ऐड करना चाह रहा था यहाँ पे, completely forgot. A friend of mine started reading again after watching that video, how to read more. Oh, dude,
Oh,
nice.
nice. Nice. This makes me happy.
Yeah. So the point is कि watch, मेरे को पता है क्या लग रहा है. Having talked about, मेरा बहुत मन कर रहा है to pick up all the book command 2021 books now. क्योंकि for some reason, because now I think I'm at the right time. आज मैं अगर मैं रे ब्रैडबरी नहीं उठाता, मतलब जो आज तक आपने अभी तक बुक का मंथ का पार्ट बनाया, आई वॉज वेरी क्लोज टू पिकिंग अप ओपन. मैं ओपन उठाने वाला था बिकॉज आई एम प्लेइंग टेनिस. आज मेरा ऑन अर्थ वी आर ब्रीफली गॉर्जियस उठाने का मन कर रहा था बिकॉज बुक क्लब में बात चल रही थी एंड सम पीपल वर टेलिंग अस हाउ इट हैज सो मेनी कोटेबल कोट्स, राइट? इट्स लाइक कि हाउ पीपल टेल यू. अभी आपने बताया अपने कॉस्ट ऑफ लिविंग 5 बार पढ़ी है, राइट? एंड टू एंड.
Yeah.
आई थिंक आफ्टर दिस लाइन आई एम गोइंग टू पिक इट अप like properly again. So that's the kind of the beauty of like allowing yourself the time to pick up a
Yeah.
certain book, right?
Yeah. I do not know who I was speaking to, but I think आजकल I am only reading literary non-fiction like Hourglass हो गया, जैसे Cost of Living के भाई बहन. I'm just picking up those books.
Got it.
I do not enjoy fiction as much. I do not enjoy the other non-fiction in general, biographies, etc. But my tendencies are more like, hey, I would love The Year of Magical Thinking, which is another additional read, or Hourglass, or Cost of Living, Things I Don't Want to Know. And I do not know why that is the case, but I'm really enjoying it so much so. And like On Earth We Are Briefly Gorgeous. Those are the things that I want to read, and I think I'm not permitting myself to read anything else. And I think I want to make peace with it. And I hope it won't affect the ABAM choices. And that's why I've started giving out 10 choices.
But I think people will really like it when, like, let's say you pick up a book a month book and you also tell कि हाँ यार मेरे लिए मैं खत्म नहीं कर पाई या मेरे को ये चीज़ नहीं जमी, which I think you already do, but like if we like tell it like very clearly ना, it will make people feel so much more relaxed कि holy shit
Yeah.
कि जैसे the message I sent you today was also about a book, right? So
Yeah.
because otherwise it becomes like a homework, and if they know ki
True.
hey, you are also like not liking some of the parts and you coming up and saying I picked up this book, I hadn't read it before, हम डिस्कवरी में साथ में जा रहे थे, मेरे से नहीं खत्म हुई, people will love it, dude.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, like don't, will you guys not love it if like we tell you कि यार ये करते हैं and हम ही नहीं कर पाए वो चीज? I'm sure like they'll love it.
It's
हाँ,
just, I think,
I mean they're saying we did that on a
fortunate.
winter's night.
We did. We were
Yeah,
like, oh, ये कैसी किताब है? But I think like sometimes we just, fortunately, like we've picked up books that are genuinely nice.
yeah, man.
I wouldn't lie. I was under pressure because everyone was like, you're not doing this, you're not picking up this, you're not picking up this. And then eventually, at the end of, I think after we picked up Open or Feynman, whatever, I was like, we're done with this. Because I was like, I can't read more of it like I can't read any more of these things that other people are recommending. And then we picked up Cost of Living. We picked up On Earth We Are Briefly Gorgeous. And we picked up The Whale Suite. And that was the happiest I've been while doing a book a month. And that's how I became a dictator when it
And
comes to a
then
book a
Vaibhav
month.
came, and then three body problem came.
Yeah, and I was like, let's just get done with this. I want everyone to stop talking about it. But yeah, I struggled with Three Body also, but I was like, it was a great book. I
You
just
know, like
think
आपने खत्म नहीं की ना वो, लेकिन तो हाँ, yeah, because
I
yeah, नहीं आपने it was a great book बोला ना, but you didn't reach the end, so yeah,
I really struggled hard, and I kind of I think before the stream I had reached only the 30th chapter, like
yeah.
towards the end. Yeah.
नहीं but people, I think the balance is the key here. जैसे आपने थ्री, जैसे आपने लास्ट की जो नवंबर अक्टूबर नवंबर दिसंबर किया, एंड नाउ द पोल थिंग यू आर डूइंग, इट्स ग्रेट डूड. लाइक
Yeah.
जैसे मैंने वानी को एक रिक्वेस्ट की थी, सैली रूनी इज हर नेम नो, सैली रूनी की एक किताब लाइक पोल में डालना, बिकॉज आई थिंक
Yeah.
कि मेरे को जानना है कि हाउ शी राइट्स अबाउट रिलेशनशिप्स. आई हैव सीन नॉर्मल पीपल. यू हैवंट रेड एनी सैली रूनी बुक्स नो?
Yeah, I'm thinking to, so you know what I'm thinking to do? If there are books that I genuinely want to pick up that month in ABM, there'll be only one book in the poll.
या डू इट. पहले भी तो यही करते थे.
There was no poll only, na? This time we'll at
दिस
least.
दिस इज मतलब ऐसे दूर से जो दिखा रहे डेमोक्रेसी, परफेक्ट डूड.
But yeah. But I really want to read Sally Rooney's Normal People because you've also recommended it so much to me, and I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
able.
I haven't recommended the book, but I can highly recommend the TV show. Like two gorgeous looking people, like making a show which is so heartfelt, dude.
This reminds me of this show which has no relation to what we are talking right now. But Ryan Reynolds mentioned it in one of his captions recently. And I was so happy that I like Ryan Reynolds because he also likes the TV show. So, he's like, he was speaking about Freaks and Geeks. And it aired for only 18 episodes because people were like, this is such a shit show. And now, decades after it was published, people are like, oh, that was such a beautiful show, and only 18 episodes were aired, and they cut it off. And
Hmm.
now, so his caption went something like, people will realize this only after it's long gone, like they did with Freaks and Geeks.
Dude,
But yeah,
like because in hindsight, I think you have been picking up really good books on a book a month. Genuinely कह रहा हूँ. In hindsight, I am realizing this. Not because किसी ने कुछ कहा या ऐसा. Uh, there is, I think, a lot of thought to, even when you know कि selfishly भी कुछ उठाते हो ना, you kind of know what to do, when to do. तो मेरे को बहुत सही लग रहा है. मेरे को अब realize हो रहा है ये, because I'm going back to novels now. Because the thing is, you anyway made me buy all the books that you have ever recommended, right? तो
Yeah.
पढ़ी रहती है. और
Except for Submarine, I guess. Yeah, that will.
I didn't buy Submarine. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like
But
it's great, dude. Like it's good thing. And
it is.
take the
I'm kind of
liberty of going back
happy.
to the
Yeah,
books. Yeah.
true. There are certain books that, yeah, you realize many. I still think that sometimes I ask myself if I should go back and pick up The Alchemist, because that is one book I've hated with all my might.
Same.
Uh,
I
for,
hated it.
and I think, like, what if I read it now? Will it make sense? What if I read it
Very
now? Will
interesting.
I perhaps feel what other people felt?
I felt very angry when I was reading it. मैं मेटाडोर में जाता था, येलो कलर की मेटाडोर आती थी स्कूल के लिए, और मैं वहां पढ़ रहा था. मैं कहा what bullshit is this? वैसे हो जाता था.
That was the first book that I struggled with. And I did not know what to do, because I did not realize until then that you could just drop the book and move on. And the next book after that, which I was reading, was going to be, I think, the what's the name of that book? The beautiful cover with death in it. The Nazi. I can't remember the name of the book. It's set in World War II in Germany,
Okay.
and death is also a character.
Okay. People will tell it in the comments.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I had to pick that up next, and it took me 3 to 4 months to finish Alchemist, and then The Book Thief, and then I went to Book Thief, and Book Thief made me cry so much, and I was like, okay, this is nice, but I just missed 3 months of period when I could have just read this, but I did not know what to do. I was frustrated with that book, and I think it's unreal how frustrated I was.
यहाँ पे वही है, इंस्टिंक्ट. आपको इंस्टिंक्ट को ट्रस्ट करना चाहिए, इवन व्हेन यू डोंट हैव फ्री विल. जो भी जितनी भी आपको लग रहा है आपके पास फ्री विल है ना, उसको ट्रस्ट कर
Yeah.
लो. बिकॉज डूड द वे आई एम लाइक रिविजिटिंग वॉचमैन ना, आई शुड राइट अबाउट इट. बिकॉज मैं खुद को लेके जितना फॉरगिविंग रहा हूँ ना इस जर्नी में, बिकॉज द वे आई एम वॉचिंग दिस शो एंड नाउ आई एम लाइक आई एम पिकिंग अप द बुक. मैंने अगेन ग्राफिक नॉवल खत्म नहीं की, मैंने कुछ पढ़ी, देन आई वॉच सम समरी वीडियोस, बिकॉज मेरे को कुछ कुछ चीज़ें उठानी थी. आई वॉन्टेड टू अंडरस्टैंड सो दैट माई टीवी शो वाला वॉचिंग एक्सपीरियंस बेस्ट रहे. बट लाइक अब मैं कभी भी वॉचमैन उठा लेता हूँ, बिकॉज आई नो व्हाट्स हैपनिंग. तो मैं कोई भी 2 पेज खोल लूँगा, डॉक्टर मैनहट्टन के बारे में पढ़ लूँगा. इट्स अ वेरी acceptable way of like going to these things.
True.
And
I
I'm
feel so.
and that is I think the purpose of libraries, right? जैसे अभी मैं यहाँ पे जाता हूँ, वो ये कि कुछ भी उठा लो. हम कॉलेज में भी जैसे लाइक थे, कॉलेज में याद है हमारी जो एक तो फ्लोर थी जहाँ पे हम लाइब्रेरी घुसते थे, फिर एक नीचे वाली फ्लोर थी. मैं इतनी बार जाता था. That is the purpose of library. Now you go there and you pick up anything and it should make sense, and you pick up any page. This is something Bradbury also says. अच्छी किताब है ना, तो आप 225वां पेज भी खोलोगे ना, it will start making sense from there.
True. True.
I think आपको ये
Absolutely.
बहुत ज़्यादा like वो बात या तो पसंद आई है, कुछ कहीं कुछ ऐसा वो याद आ गया, because yeah,
Which one?
this thing like where if you pick up a book midway also it will make sense.
I think it's completely, it is nice. That's how I've picked up books during my teenage years. Now though it's just basically instinct, but that's how I've picked up books most of my life. Open a random page, if it makes sense, it's great.
Yeah.
That's how I revisit books also. Open a random page, and sometimes you're like, how come I've not underlined this until now?
सीरियसली
Yeah.
ये चीज प्लीज गाइस करना. इसमें क्रोनोलॉजिकल ऑर्डर में नहीं चलना है, गुड रीड्स पे अपडेट करने के लिए नहीं है. लाइक इफ यू स्टार्ट गिविंग योरसेल्फ दैट लिबर्टी नो. मैंने ऐसा मेरे साथ पहले फिल्म्स के साथ करने की कोशिश की कि वेयर यू फॉरगेट द काउंट कि ये मैंने पिक्चर कितनी बार देखी है, या कुछ सीन्स कितनी बार देखे हैं, या यार ये नहीं देखा जा रहा तो नहीं देखा जा रहा. थोड़ा loosen up. There is so much content. आज की डेट में अगर कंटेंट बनना बंद हो जाए ना, तो अगले 100 साल तक भी हमें कंटेंट नहीं चाहिए. देयर इज सो मच
True.
कंटेंट, राइट? तो just like pick up the ones you like, and even without the free will, find like what you think
Yes.
makes sense. We missed so
Yeah.
many comments. Kamaljeet Singh also is now a godfather, I think, because I saw like him upgrading his membership. इन्होंने 2 super chat दिया, and he has a question for Vaani. Please go ahead, Kamaljeet Singh ji. And do you want to take up some questions, because I think I missed a lot of things.
Sure, we can do that. I
Alchemist पे मूवी भी बनी है क्या?
have no idea. No idea there. I've read Paulo Coelho's. There's this one related to witchcraft, which the name I can't remember. I'm terrible with names,
उनकी
but I
दो
really
कित
liked it,
You
and I
liked
was
it?
like, hey, I wish witchcraft exists. I was like genuinely, like, does it exist? I hope it exists. But like, yeah, it was mostly about hippies and not hippies, but like
The
people
hippie
who live
era?
unconventional. I am not like मुझे आधी तो समझ भी नहीं आई थी, I think because I was very young. But I was like, but then apparently you could see if somebody's your soulmate, you could see a small fire on one of their shoulders or something like that. And there was this particular guy who could see that. And then he had some trouble with a girl, and then he could see this thing. फिर मुझे याद नहीं है क्या हुआ था, but I was like, hey, that's such a cool concept. Imagine if you knew this part.
या मैंने बचपन में उनकी 2 और किताबें देखी थी. एक थी 11 मिनट्स और एक विनर स्टैंड्स अलोन. मेरे को बस उनके कवर्स याद है. तो विनर स्टैंड्स अलोन में एक लड़की ऐसे खड़ी होती है और पीछे वो कुछ ऐसे रैंप की कोई फोटो होती है, काफी इंटरेस्टिंग थी. कमलजीत has given another super chat. Ever have dreams while sleeping? What language do you have dreams in? Oh, this is something I'm very invested in. Dream language वगैरह बहुत, like, yeah, this is such a nice question. What language do you dream in?
I think it's a mix of English and Hindi, but mostly I've never really, I've never, like, it's usually like if there is a character and I know them already in real life, they speak the way they usually do. Their actions might be different and might raise eyebrows, but the language is always the way they say things. But mostly, there's not a lot of communication. But जब भी
People
होती
are
है,
just
it's just
staring at each other. Dark dreams of Vaani. Episode 1.
I've had some
No one is talking
really
to anyone. सब एक दूसरे को देख के
no,
judge
I
कर.
have had this. Okay, this now we're going to the dream analysis zone of Hindol and Disha.
Yeah.
But you know what? I had this recurring dream and it was the scariest. So when I was growing up, I would dream of this woman who would chase me from my school to the auto and to my house. Like
क्या
she would
क्या
be
क्या
on top
क्या?
of. So I used to dream of this woman in all black clothing and black hair, open essay, like burnt black hair, but like very frizzy black hair. And she would be on top of every building just watching me as if she's going to harm me or whatever. And my friends used to be like all on my side, like jo bhi classmates and not friends, whatever. And they would like ensure like they had to drop me home. And then I would constantly dream of her like on every building just watching me as niche, and we would be shit scared. And then that kind of stopped, and then cut to 2018 and 19, 17, 18, 19, I started dreaming of her again. And this time I was grown up and she was also pretty old. I
Season
was like,
2.
season 2. And I was not happy with it one bit. Although I would say her dress had kind of become better. And her hair as well. Like they were pulled back in a bun. They were no longer like flying everywhere.
मेरा ऐसे एक बार एक ड्रीम के साथ हुआ है, वेयर यू हैव अ रिकरिंग ड्रीम जो बचपन में आई होती है, जैसे एक फर्स्ट ड्रीम काइंड ऑफ अ थिंग होती है ना, जहाँ पे आपको याद है कि ओ आई हैड अ ड्रीम, मतलब कुछ विजुअल देखा. आई वॉज इन अ मिरर मेज, बोलते हैं, क्या बोलते हैं, शीशे का घर जिसमें तो हर जगह मिरर्स है. एंड हम फैमिली टूर पे गए थे उस पे, एंड आई वॉज द ओनली वन लेफ्ट एंड में, और मेरे को शीशों में कुछ अजीब सी चीज़ें दिखाई दे रही थी. आई थिंक आई हैव हैड दिस ड्रीम ओवर लाइक मल्टीपल ईयर्स. ऐसे सीजन वाइज नहीं होता था ये, इट वॉज जस्ट द मेज. But yours is a very interesting thing. If the person also grew old in the
And
dream,
I don't know who she is. Like I never like I can't recognize her from life. So
that
I'm
reminds
pretty
me,
convinced
cooker
she
band ho
was.
gaya. Like,
Yeah, I think so. And that's why I think like she was probably a passerby I did not like. And my mind took like, but whatever, I don't know. That was like really not nice.
ये काफी खतरनाक था. Like it very fuck.
I'm very happy I don't believe in supernatural stuff, else I would have been like
ये
blown
बोलने के
out of
लिए बोल दिया है, but like Vani, guess what?
my.
One of my personalities does believe in supernatural. Yeah.
No, I like ghost stories and stuff. It's Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
But I think dreams are very interesting. How you dream, what you dream.
Fuck dude.
So,
Scary shit. क्योंकि मैंने एक ना इमेज एसोसिएट कर लिया आपकी स्टोरी के साथ. And like that is like really freaking me out.
yeah, me too. It was, I mean, I think it was, when as a child, that was the worst dream I ever had. And I have dreamt of my teeth falling out and
Did you
failing my
ever
exam.
ऐसे stalker क्या बचपन में कोई?
I don't know. But it was really crazy because she would be wearing like a typical black kind of, like the top that I'm wearing right now, but in black, and a long black skirt, and she would be on top of every building. And so there would be one classmate here, one classmate here, two classmates here, two classmates here, and then there would be people covering my head in that dream. And it would just, they had to drop me home, which we never could because I would wake up beach mein. And then I grew up one day and I kind of tapped on my back and I turned around. I'm like, oh, you're that person. And then she started following me and I was like, stop following me, please. And she had a phone also at that time. But yeah, weird. Pretty interesting though.
Very interesting. Like मेरे
Yes.
because I have a very visual mind. Something to ask her if you meet her next time if she has subscribed to Chalchitra by the way.
Yeah. I mean, she did have a phone the last time we met,
Yeah.
so.
Maybe she was watching the stream. Maybe आज वो decide करेगी कि Vani was ready
Let's
for
meet
Friday
her
the
again.
13th. Let me like go and like piss her off on Saturday the 14th.
Yeah.
Oh
Nice.
dude. Good stuff too.
Good stuff. I like when dreams like I like I like it when dreams have good content.
Oh
Like something
definitely.
you can replicate. Or something that's just like nice.
May I add something? कमलजीत सिंह ने जो क्वेश्चन पूछा था उसके बारे में. Like
Yes.
I actually wrote a script. Like मेरी एक सीरीज थी 60 सेकंड कन्वर्सेशंस. तो कॉलेज में मैंने एक स्क्रिप्ट लिखी थी जिसमें ध्रुव गुप्ता ने एक्ट किया था. ध्रुव ने हमारे
Yeah.
चैनल पे बहुत ऐसे शोज रिकमेंड किए. Where I made him say this line कि it was about dreams only where two people are talking and uh, Dhruv is saying कि the like मतलब dreams में the languages he is speaking he doesn't even know those languages and the films he is talking about he hasn't even seen those films and ये मेरे साथ बहुत बार होता है कि कुछ इतनी सुपर इंटेलेक्चुअल चीज मे बी आपके सबकॉन्शियस में कहीं रह जाती है ना तो आई थिंक इसलिए वो डीप स्टेट में जाना बहुत जरूरी होता है वेयर यू आर एबल टू ड्रीम क्योंकि वो सबकॉन्शियस वाली चीजें खुलती हैं
Right.
दैट इज वाई गुड स्लीप एंड लाइक अ हेल्दी स्लीप एंड अ काम स्लीप इज इम्पोर्टेंट राइट बिकॉज जहाँ पे आप यू आर जस्ट लेटिंग योर सबकॉन्शियस वानी गिल्ट में चली वो इट वाज सच अ विजिबल गिल्ट राइट वो भी दिन थे जब मैं उस औरत से मिला करती थी
Okay.
so
Yeah.
I had a friend who left oh to oh
You know, I had a friend who passed away when I was in class 10, 11. But every time I meet him in my dreams, I'm still like much older and he's still the same.
yeah
And we have fun, so we don't have to be sad right now. But it's nice.
अब
Nice
2
recharging
FPS
away.
में चलने लग गया नहीं आप आगे 24 पे आना. But I think we
Yeah.
had a terrific stream, dude. Like very, very great stream. And I think हम रैप कर सकते हैं. कोई मेरे को स्कोर बता देगा एक बार. And do you want to add anything else? Like आप एकदम से बड़े conscious लग रहे हो. कुछ या.
No. Do I have to add anything? Okay. Subscribe to. There are 4 things. Subscribe to the newsletter. The link
Yeah.
should be in the description. Sign up for it. We've been sending out regular newsletters, and you can't see my fingers. So number 2, pick up the book for a month. It's How Do You Live, and it's going to be very interesting. So rehydrate yourself, and 4, sleep well so that you can dream.
Oh, nice.
Yes. And maybe you'll see that lady in one of your dreams, and then we can share a story.
मैंने यार गलत उसको शक्ल गलत दे दी यार. दिक्कत हो गई है.
She was scary. She was definitely very scary. She wasn't very pretty. Subjectively, I didn't find her. Found her very intimidating and scary. And she had a crooked nose, like nice, beautiful crooked nose. Didn't get the chance to look her in the eyes, so no idea.
Crazy. बट दिस वाज
Yeah.
ग्रेट गाइस. हमने नॉर्मल कॉल टू एक्शन नहीं किया. हम लोगों ने आपके लिए इतना शानदार स्ट्रीम किया. प्लीज़ लाइक द स्ट्रीम एंड डू सब्सक्राइब टू द चैनल. जल्दी से 1 लाख सब्सक्राइबर करा दो यार. मतलब मेरे को पता है अभी भी जो लोग देख रहे हैं जो बाद में देखेंगे बहुत लोगों ने सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया. वी जस्ट नो इट. कर लो. मतलब इवन इफ यू हेट एनी ऑफ अस बाकी लोगों के लिए कर लो. दैट इज़ वाई देयर आर सो मेनी ऑफ द पीपल ऑन द चैनल. राइट. अगर आप किसी
You
को
don't
हेट करते हो
use
you'll
this
find
face.
yeah you'll definitely find someone who is like someone you might like. I'm really proud of the stream, by the way. Like I think even like making stuff like on the go, I think we have got really good at. ये हमारी post stream discussions होती है where we give each other feedback. नहीं, but I don't think like
We didn't waste time.
we didn't waste time, and I think we are really
It
working
still
hard
feels
on it.
very productive.
Yeah, कि even when we did the normal talking, it still felt hey, there was like a finesse to it.
True. Pat on the back.
Pat on the oh, the
Wait, you
lady
also have
patted
to.
on your back. Yeah. Oh, by the
Yeah.
way, अगर आप हमारे patron बनते हो, you guys are going to love this. And I'm pretty sure at least I'll get 10 more patrons after this. I'm telling you. If you become a patron today, संडे को तो बेसिकली हम क्लोज डोर सेशंस करते हैं लाइक बुक क्लब के मूवी क्लब के जो रिकॉर्ड नहीं होते जो कहीं नहीं जाते. बहुत एक्सट्रीम डिस्कशन होते हैं. संडे को हमारे मूवी क्लब में ग्लैडिएटर्स और गॉडफादर्स के साथ द तमाशा डिबेट हो रहा है जहाँ पे देर आर द तमाशा मूवी लाइकर्स, द पीपल हु लाइक तमाशा एंड द हेटर्स. होता है लाइक का लाइकर्स थोड़ी होता.
People who like Tamasha,
the
the
people
people who
who
don't
like tamasha and the people who hate tamasha are going
are going to
all in.
unite.
Are going to like just go for it
Confront each other.
since हाँ और ये सारी चीजें क्लोज
And
डोर
because
होंगी.
Vaibhav is going to moderate it,
Yeah,
I do not know who will win.
yeah. So तमाशा मूवी के लेके मोस्टली लोगों को पसंद है बट कुछ लोग हैं मैं नाम नहीं लूंगा जिनको बहुत कॉन्फिडेंटली लगता है कि तमाशा इज नॉट अ गुड फिल्म. So people are going all in for the tamasha debate. This is only for like like paid members क्योंकि they become like gladiator and godfathers because they get access to our exclusive groups. So yes, you can join for this. इसके अलावा लास्ट एक cheers कर लेते हैं. The new चलचित्र मान.
Hey, wait.
Cheers. The other side is also pretty cool.
I'll do the other side because I can actually.
हाँ मैं कैसे फोटो खींच सकते हैं ये बाद में डालेंगे. Did I am a lefty now so I'm getting confused. Yeah.
Is
And
it? Let me click again. I think मेरी शक्ल नहीं आई ढंग से.
okay. Done.
I'm not able to hold this properly.
यार. Oh, by the way, I found this photo of mine. Yeah, I
Oh,
really think कि अच्छी photo तो मैंने रखी हुई है. And
nice.
चलचित्र कप हो गया, ये हो गया. We are launching some new merch also. You'll get to see it very soon. Vinayak is
Yes.
working on some designs. And yeah, man, have a great weekend. Have a very calm weekend. F1 की थोड़ी कोई race है इस weekend, अगले weekend. This
अगले
week,
weekend.
Vani is now pro at like F1. वानी से पूछो सॉफ्ट टायर, हार्ड टायर, मीडियम टायर. अरे उसने मीडियम टायर क्यों नहीं लगाया, सब बता देंगे. एंड
Yeah.
the race is happening.
Harder is good for range or is
नहीं
software
नहीं भाई,
better?
अभी नहीं. अभी मैंने तारीफ की, ठीक है, अभी सबके सामने. एंड राजस्थान रॉयल्स का मैच है, विच इज अ मस्ट विन मैच दिस वीकेंड. एंड गुड स्टफ
But
गाइस.
let's stream next week after the Formula One
या,
race.
एंड लेट्स कॉल रोहन जोशी
Have an
ऑल्सो.
event.
या. एंड सम एपिसोड्स विष्णु कौशल के साथ अभी वानी और दिशा का एक एपिसोड आया, ईरा मुखौटे के साथ वानी का एपिसोड आया. आई शॉट एन एपिसोड विद श्वेता त्रिपाठी, जो हमने जिसका टीजर रिलीज किया है आज ही. एंड यू आर गोइंग टू गेट अ
We
वेरी
also shot an episode with Sanjoy Roy, who's the
द मैन
director.
बिहाइंड लाइक जयपुर लिटरेचर फेस्टिवल, उनके साथ एक एपिसोड आ रहा है. अनुपमा चोपड़ा के साथ एक एपिसोड आया था. आई नो बहुत लोग पूछ रहे हैं वो कहाँ है, वो भी इस मंथ रिलीज हो जाएगा. एंड एक बहुत ही प्यारा एक इंडियन सिनेमा के ऊपर वीडियो ऐसे आने वाला है इस वीकेंड. बहुत सारा जैम पैक कंटेंट है गाइस. तो या, कीप सपोर्टिंग अस. एंड yeah, and we are doing a lot of Twitter spaces. Like I did a Twitter space on Netflix India, which I had moderated. Like I had hosted दो ही जने थे उसमें discussion में initially, मैं और हिंडॉल. हमने ब्रेकिंग बैड और बेटर कॉल सॉल्व के बारे में बात की थी. We'll be almost doing one space or like two spaces at least a month on Netflix India का Twitter handle. So please join us there. And it's a lot of fun. And it's a great collaboration we are having with Netflix. And yeah, man.
I think we've covered most of the things.
Yeah. समय रैना को प्लीज डीएम कीजिए. एंड लाइक वील मेक द एपिसोड हैपन. मेरे को भी करना है समय वाला एपिसोड. बट आई थिंक वी हैव
Oh,
कवर्ड.
there are a few cool episodes also that are incoming that we're going to record super soon.
Oh yes, Akash is really killing at like closing guests right
Yes.
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
एंड दिशा का एक बहुत शानदार वीडियो आने वाला है कुछ दिनों में. दिशा एडिटेड दिस वीडियो herself. And it's going to be interesting. You'll see a lot of interesting Disha appearances this month, because I don't know if I'm allowed to say it or not, but yeah, he's up to some interesting stuff. And yeah, man. And if all goes well, you are also going to see a very interesting quiz happen very, very soon. So Hindol is also up to some amazing things. Such a cool team, man. I feel so proud sometimes कि भाई कितने स्टार्ट लोग हैं टीम में. बट ग्रेट स्टफ. एंड प्लीज लाइक दिस टीम, बहुत मेहनत से बनाते हैं आपके लिए सारे. कितने लाइक है सी, एटलीस्ट टेक अस टू 200 likes, no? And yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see you. I'll end the stream now. So
Yes.
take care guys, have a great weekend. Bye.
Bye, guys. Have a good night.
Good
Great
night.
weekend.
Bye.